It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever at the Butterfly Palace. Springfield Green County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Well, good morning. It is not Ethan or Sarah. It is Diana and Joy today. I am thrilled to be able to guest fill in again with my dear friend Joy. So Joy, thank you for joining us this Wednesday morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Happy Wednesday. Can't believe we're already to Wednesday. It goes so fast.
I know. And everybody's probably like, where's Ethan and Sarah? We'll talk about that later. They're traveling, but Ethan will be back. Sarah won't be back for a little bit, but let's get to some news. So the Ozarks Healthcare Mobile, the mammography unit is on the run. It's going to be visiting various locations around the region to offer mammogram screenings. And according to Ozarks Healthcare, to be eligible for a screening from the Ozarks Healthcare Mobile unit, you need to be a female. You need to be 40 years or older, not have a mammogram in the past year, not pregnant or breastfeeding, and diagnosed with breast cancer or have other issues going on. So no lumps. It seems like there's quite a few things, but all I can say is make sure to get the girls checked because it's really important to stay on top of that stuff. Registration is not required, but patients can schedule a mammogram ahead of time by calling 417-257-5912, and appointments are limited. So for more information, you can visit ozarkshealthcare.com. And as someone who has a mom who is a survivor from breast cancer, get screened. All I can say is get screened. So that's pretty important.
Yep, get screened. I had mine 6 weeks ago, something like that. I don't know. So yeah.
People like to make a big deal. It's not bad. It's not that bad. Except I can give you a tip. I know we're kicking off the news like real early with kind of a little heavy subject, but I can tell you when I went to go get it was like my second mammogram, I showed up in a dress and it was in the fall. So I was wearing like my knee-high boots and they gave me just the shirt. So I'm literally like, what do I do with my bottom half? So I'm there in my underwears. I mean, you're back in a private room, but they were like, ma'am, do you want a blanket? And I was like, yes,
you left the boots on. I hope you left the boots on.
I did.
I mean, that was a great look. You look.
I mean, it was, probably
very stylish. Very
more
stylish.
than people needed to know, right? At 5 a.m. But okay, so
hey, you got it done.
Yeah, get screened is our point. Ethan and Sarah did speak to you guys earlier about this, about Affordable Towing, a Springfield towing company, and the news of another fire on the business's property, which raised concerns among the community. The director of Building Development Services for Springfield spoke out on the issue, sharing that their focus is to make sure blighted and nuisance properties maintain a level of safety based on city codes. The codes include a variety of city and state and federal codes and 4 trades: electrical, plumbing, gas, and mechanical. So I think they're staying on top of that. So yeah.
Sounds like it. I don't know about the second fire, but that first fire was crazy. I was way on the south end of town and I was like, what in the world is going on? That was wild. Yeah. Okay, I've got some for you here. You're mentioning properties. While some properties are on the verge of destruction, other ones, of course, will be newly constructed. Okay, good news. According to a news release, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Springfield, Inc. will soon break ground on the Risdell Family Center for Great Futures.
Yay.
Which is great news. That is next Thursday, February 15th. The center will serve as a community hub for teen needs, offering targeted, potentially life-changing programs in a whole variety of different areas like the arts, workforce readiness, education, sports and recreation, health and wellness, and things like character and citizenship. Now, the estimated $12 million teen center will be located on Grant Avenue Parkway, which is under construction right now, of course. The Boys and Girls Club of Springfield says it anticipates serving about 1,000 team members and helping them improve things like grades, attendance, and social skills and emotional skills and things like that. So how awesome is it right here in our community to have a safe place to go to be mentored? I mean, we have like 7 units now for the Boys and Girls Club, and it serves so many kids. It's so important.
Well, and kids just, oftentimes I think they just need a good place, a safe place to go. And I
Yeah.
love that the Boys and Girls Club are doing this. This is such a needed thing. And our friend Brandy Harris is doing a great job for our community. We just love her. So shout out to Brandy and
Yeah.
kids and teens, especially, get off your devices and go and hang out with other friends and go do stuff. So I think this will be really good for the teens in our community.
Oh, I know that it will be. Speaking of things that are opening, I have another one for you. Another new business in Springfield. You may have seen this. I ran across this the other day. Element by Weston Springfield South. Okay. It is located at 1100 East Battlefield. Was developed by Bryan Properties. Now, the new hotel is opening at a good time because Springfield, of course, is a tourist destination for things like sporting events, concerts, expos, different things like that. And with the addition of this new Wilson Logistics Arena, which is not far from where I spend my time on the north side of town, just opening over at the fairgrounds. So there's a lot to be said for coming to Springfield for events. And so, I never thought we would have quite this many hotel rooms in this town. It seems like it just grows and grows, but there's some beautiful hotels here.
Yeah, you broke up just a minute. I couldn't hear everything you said, but I do agree with you in that the hotel need is great, especially when we get these sports tournaments coming in town, and people need places to stay. So that's great.
Exactly.
Okay, foodies, attention, Joy, because you love food too. I love food. We both share our love of food together.
Oh yeah.
The media news company Stacker recently compiled a list of the highest rated Mexican restaurants in Springfield by diners using data from Yelp. Coming in at number 1, drumroll, Fusion Eats.
Ooh.
That surprised me. It's located at 2825 South Glenstone, of course, here in Springfield. But have you had their food at Fusion Eats?
No, I haven't either. Been there.
And I like to think I'm on the up and up of the new restaurants, but apparently I'm not.
Well, maybe you and I need to check it out. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Oh my goodness. I have to break them down into categories, Joy. Like, I have favorite pizza places. I have favorite Mexican places. So apparently this number 1 rating is for the Mexican category. So if it breaks down in Mexican, I mean, Caesar's Old World Mexican is really good. It's always crowded there, but I mean, you could take me to any Mexican place and put queso on stuff and I'd love it.
Senor Julian's is great.
Yes.
Cabos Bonitos, the one right there on South Avenue that's downtown. Really like that one. They're chips. I'm a chip snob. Okay. The chips there are thin, crispy.
Oh, that they just crumble when you pick them up sometimes, but I love those too.
They're just, yeah. But I never met a Mexican restaurant I didn't like. Really. Yeah.
I love that. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you some tips, because as we're going into chips, we've got the big game on Sunday coming up. Yeah. And the Better Business Bureau wants to remind people, especially right now in the week of the biggest sports game of the year, to shop smart and be safe while purchasing tickets. So last year they received over 140 reports about ticket scams on the Better Business Bureau scam tracker. And so here's a couple tips. Keep in mind, purchase from the venue whenever possible, and make sure it's not like some bogus site. So double check the URLs there. Consider your source, check out the seller or broker, buy only from trusted vendors. There's so many other tips. Know the refund policy. Hello. I'll also add in another tip. Don't do this when drinking, because I have a friend who accidentally bought a lot of tickets and it was not to the actual concert, and alcohol may or may not have been involved. Yeah, it stinks. And then just be wary of advertisements. And if you're unsure, verify your tickets. So yeah, it can happen to anybody, Joy. Have you ever been scammed by a ticketing site or anything like that?
No, but I had somebody once. I was chatting with somebody, and fortunately, I don't know if it was a scam or not, but I didn't end up buying these tickets, and I'm glad I didn't, because it could have been kind of a nightmare. But I saw something funny on Facebook earlier today. Someone said something like, "Would anybody like to join me on a private jet? We need a few more people to rent this jet to go to the Super Bowl." And, I need to know soon so that we can go ahead and pool our money and get there. And I'm really going to need someone who has a private jet and tickets to the Super Bowl. So if you could.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And just listen to your gut. I mean, I got scammed in a big way on my Venmo account, and it was stupid. I felt so stupid after I did it. And, you just should have known, like, better. And I got in a hurry. That's another tip. Don't be in a hurry. When you're in a hurry to do it, I think sometimes people make silly mistakes. So
it can happen easily. I know that much.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how I love the Gillioz. I know you do too.
Oh, for sure.
Just want to mention the midweek matinee. Not sure if you're aware of that, but it is back. Okay. Today, Wednesday, February 7th at the Gillioz, they will show the Magnificent Seven. Okay.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. If you're planning to get there and to watch the show, you might as well arrive early. You can participate in something called Ozarks Elder Law Trivia starting at 1:45. Also, residents of Greene and Christian County who are 60 plus get free admission with proof of residence. So why not go see a free movie after the Gillioz? Why
that
wouldn't
sounds
you?
so fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like fun to me. It is. It is fun. I very rarely see a movie there. I usually see some kind of a concert or something. So this should be really fun. Okay, I've got another one for you. Comic Con. Yeah. The 2024 Missouri Comic Convention is a 2-day event. It happens this weekend at the Springfield Expo Center. Now, it brings together a very diverse list of people, the guests, the vendors, artists, fan groups. It's an affordable, family-friendly environment. Okay, this year's Comic-Con will star over 20 special guests, including Stephen Burns from Blue's Clues, of all things. Stephen Burns from Blue's Clues. Gates McFadden from Star Trek. Sean Astin from multiple movies, of course, including The Goonies and The Lord of the Rings. Kane from WWE, and so many more awesome talents. Not my jam.
It's not, Joy? No. Really?
No, I will not be going to Comic-Con this year.
I'm so disappointed. No, it's not my jam either, but I will tell you, as a mother of 2 boys, absolutely. And I have a brother that's really into it as well. So he's going to be an awesome uncle, and he's going to take at least one of the kids that can appreciate it. I tell you what, I thought it was strange that the Blue's Clues guy is a part of this.
That struck me as odd.
I didn't know that he fit in. I always thought Comic-Con was like just related to the comics and not. And maybe it is. Y'all have to correct us. Comment below if you know more about this than we do. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great turnout. I always like seeing the cosplay and the outfits that people are wearing. It's fascinating.
That would be the reason that I would go, not to dress up, but to watch the other people who did. Because I remember all those years on the news, we would run video of that, and people were really over the top, and it was fun to watch, But no, I've never been to it. Not my thing.
Well, we should go for Fusion Eats, and then we should go to Comic-Con.
I'll go with you anywhere.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. Well, the Ozarks, thank you so much for tuning in with Joy and myself. And we hope you have a wonderful hump day. Happy Wednesday. And I'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.